Hello everyone, this is Lynn from Holistic Health and Wellness. Welcome back to another podcast of Living Life Naturally. So we're going totally natural today with my good friend and colleague, Anita Thomas. Anita and I have known one another for many years, and she has been my massage therapist for a long time and has helped me so much. So what's interesting about Anita is many times you hear, this is a massage therapist, but she actually is certified in many areas, and that includes cranial release technique, nurturing the mother's prenatal massage, nurturing the mother, the fertility portion to massage in that way, massage cupping, and manual lymphatic drainage. And as we'll get into, those are very important areas. So Anita is a licensed massage therapist for the state of Florida, and she is a member of the Florida State Massage Therapy Association, the Associated Bodyworks and Massage Professionals, and the American Pregnancy Association. So she does work with chiropractors, neurologists, immunologists, midwives, OBGYNs, and cosmetic surgeons to achieve the best possible outcome for their patients. She also works directly with individuals who want to relieve stress and the associated discomforts of stress that enhances their health and well-being. And Anita strives to achieve her clients' session goals using a variety of techniques that include Swedish, deep tissue, trigger point, manual lymphatic drainage, hot and cold packs, and specific stretches. She also offers her clients self-care suggestions that will help them continue to improve their well-being and positive feelings activated through their sessions. So I can certainly attest to that. So welcome, Anita. I'm so excited to have you here because I know firsthand how important massage is, but even more to find a really good massage therapist. So many say I'm a massage therapist, but not everybody is certified in the areas that you are. So welcome, welcome. Tell us a little more about yourself. Tell our listeners where you're from and where you live.
Okay. I'm actually a Florida native. I think there's probably 3 or 4 of us left in the state. I was born and raised right here in the Tampa Bay area. And the farthest I've lived away from, quote, home is Lake Wales. So that's not very far. So I've stayed here my whole life. Mm-hmm. I'm living now in Riverview. I'm married. And my facility is actually located in my home. So when my clients are coming, it's a very relaxed atmosphere and hopefully one that makes them feel comfortable even when they're new and haven't ever. I love when I work with a first-time person who's never had a massage before, and I'm hoping that the environment that I create makes them feel very comfortable.
And it does. I can attest to that. It's like going into just a really safe, relaxed space. And that's not always so, especially when you go to the bigger chains that sometimes they kind of herd you in and out. What has helped me most with working with Anita is several things, but one big thing was working with my migraines, because she has a technique that is a cranial release technique, and then also just with the fact that I hold so much stress in my shoulders and neck and places like that, it helps so much. So tell us a little about the cranial release technique and why it's so effective for people.
Certainly. Cranial release technique is what's called a pinned stretch. So I palpate at specific points on the back of your head and then bring your head forward into a stretch. And what that does is it actually realigns the sphenoid and occipital bones in your skull. You don't think about the bones in your skull actually moving, but they do have minute suture joints that can come out of alignment. And that can happen with, if you happen to take a fall, or just every day, you're jumping in and out of the car and you're always twisting and moving. So by realigning those specific bones, it takes pressure off of the spinal cord, which contains all of the nerves of your body. So every single organ in your body, every function in your body are controlled by nerves. And by allowing those nerves to now be in a natural position where they want to be, your body goes, oh, I like this. Let's relax and do what we're supposed to do now. We'll go back to behaving well. So it again, what I do is supporting what your body wants to do. Our bodies want to be healthy. We want to be in a state of homeostasis. So massage, all of the different techniques that I utilize, and specifically cranial release, support your body recovering in a natural way, as opposed to taking a pill or forcing an action. It's allowing your body to heal.
And so again, if people are looking for that because they're not in our local area, they want to look for somebody certified in that, right?
Absolutely. That's a very specific technique that you have to be trained in how to perform it properly so that you're not injuring somebody, because as you've experienced, it's a significant stretch, and you want to make sure that you're not going to injure your client. So, and unfortunately, a lot of states, including Florida, I can claim that I can do any type of massage. The state doesn't monitor what I'm actually certified in. And I think that's a real shortfall in our industry. So make sure when your clients are asking for whichever modality they're seeking out, make sure that the therapist that they're working with is actually certified in that technique, and they haven't just gone and watched a YouTube video on how to do it.
And so it's also interesting to me in your bio that you're talking about all the different doctors that you work with, because not every massage therapist is lucky enough to have that connection with those people. You know, some doctors just don't even always have that relationship. So, I mean, that really, I'm sure, helps you be even more precise with your clients.
It does. And I think the reason I've been able to develop those relationships is because I approach them in a collaborative way. I don't say, do this instead of going to your doctor. I approach, like, especially like with a fertility specialist, what I'm doing is never contraindicated for what they're doing. I'm supporting what they're trying to achieve with their patients. And by taking that collaborative approach, they're more open to working with me. And often I've had them actually say, what I'm doing, you can just go with the techniques that I'm utilizing, because the drugs have so many side effects. And unfortunately, that's pretty much what they're trained in, is symptom relief, as opposed to with massage and chiropractic and acupuncture and more natural healing arts. We're trying to find the root cause of it. And again, bringing your body into homeostasis, bring your body into a state of health, as opposed to just treating symptoms.
Right. I was discussing that with my husband the other day, that, you know, really that's what they do. They don't, and we're so short on functional medicine doctors in our local area here that that's really sad. But let's kind of switch gears, because most of my women that I work with are kind of midlifers having hormonal issues. So let's talk about how that might help as far as massage goes. What happens when somebody's in midlife and they're coming in and they're all sweaty because they've got hot flashes and, you know, the moodiness and everything that goes with it. So how do you help people with that?
Well, the first part of that, I think that we as women need to celebrate every phase of our lives. And what happens, I see a lot with my perimenopausal or menopausal clients, is it's almost like they disdain this part of their life. They don't like this part, instead of celebrating the freedom that's coming with it. You know, it can be a very freeing time of our lives, and they don't think of it that way. They think of the lost youth and, oh, I've had these horrible symptoms. So the first step that I always take is stress relief. Let's look at the stressors in your life. Let's see how we can kind of change how your body is reacting to it, because our emotions are chemicals, and those chemicals get stored in our bodies. And stress hormones are extremely caustic and cause physical damage to our cells. So one of the benefits of massage is reducing those stress hormones, and thus reducing that damage, increasing endorphins, which are our body's natural painkillers, and allowing our body to relax and be in a good state. And then there are also specific things. They've actually done a lot of clinical studies on utilizing massage to help with some of the symptoms of menopause, like bone loss and weight gain, and you get that increased circumference around your waist. So, and I've got the information. If any of your clients want additional information, they can email me or text me, and I'd be glad to share the citations on those clinical studies, because it's really interesting the help that is available. I also utilize endocrinology, reflexology points in your feet and hands to help balance the hormones. And balancing your hormones, again, hormones are extremely powerful chemicals.
Yes. And
by balancing them, now your body again is going to try and heal itself. It's going to recover your health and vibrancy. Insomnia is a huge problem during menopause, whether it's due to night sweats or just changing hormones that affect your sleep. And again, clinical research has shown that regular massage will alleviate the symptoms of menopause, specifically insomnia. And not sleeping can have just a cascade effect on our health.
Yes,
so
sure.
Getting a good night's sleep is really critical. Going back just a bit, when I said regular massage, people say, oh, well, I had a massage once and I didn't really get it. I didn't get any benefit from it. Okay. Did you just eat one meal and you don't expect to ever be hungry again? You know, it needs to be a part of your wellness plan. And finding a therapist that has that philosophy, my pricing structure, hopefully, is one that allows people to come on a regular basis. And that's what you want to find in a therapist, is someone who is a partner with you in your health, that will recognize that you need to come. Some of my clients come once a week. Some of them come every other week, but I usually recommend once a month. Going on a regular basis is where you're going to start seeing those benefits. You may not resolve all of the problems all of the stress in your body that's been building up for the past however many years with one massage. So you've got to give your body an opportunity to heal.
Do you find that people, say maybe in midlife, tend to have more stress, or do people who have busy corporate lives have more stress than, say, somebody who's a housewife? Where do you find?
No, because our lives are just stressful. If you're a stay-at-home mom and now you're trying to be super mom and you want to keep the house perfect and you want to have perfect children, and this one has to go to ballet and that one has to be at soccer practice, and you need to get dinner ready, and I wanted to do meal prep and I don't have, so the weekends are gone. So there's a different kind of stress than the one that comes from, I've got to be in the car and I've got to be on I-4 or I-75 and battling the traffic and then get to work and, sitting at your desk at your computer with your shoulders hunched up around your ears on your computer all day. Oh, wait, I'm 5 minutes late for that meeting. Let me run. So they're both stressful. It's just from a different source, but our bodies don't know that the stress that you're feeling is from the traffic jam or from the saber-toothed tiger that was chasing the caveman. Your body's producing the same chemicals that it produced in ancient times, those same caustic chemicals that gave you the energy to run away from the saber-toothed tiger are now flooding your body, even though you're sitting at your computer trying to bang out that report that's due in 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm. So let's talk a bit about the manual lymphatic drainage, because I know personally that women, well, both men and women, need to get this detoxification going in their bodies, because we have so much stuff in the air, in our foods, just everywhere. So where does the lymphatic drainage help the most, or what's the benefit of it?
Sure. Your lymphatic system is the main component of your immune system. So if you want to have a healthy immune system, you have to have a healthy lymphatic system. And what lymphatic drainage massage does is it stimulates the lymphatic flow. Our lymphatic system does not have a pump like your heart. Your heart pumps your blood all around your body. Your lymphatic system doesn't have a pump. It has muscle movement. Well, think about how many hours a day you're sitting in your car, sitting at your computer, sitting watching TV. We're not moving as much as we should. And even athletes, they're still not moving specifically to help their lymphatic system. The lymphatic vessels are very delicate structures, and they are between your skin and your muscle. So if you imagine the pressure that you use on a sleeping baby's head, how would you rub a sleeping baby's head? That's the kind of pressure that your lymphatic system responds best to. Deep breathing is a great way to stimulate your lymphatic vessels or your lymphatic flow. So by clearing out the lymph nodes and then stimulating the flow to those nodes and then stimulating the flow out of your body is now going to produce fresh lymphatic fluid, and it's going to bring fresh lymphocytes and fresh T cells, take away the old stuff out of your body and help it clean itself. So you're stimulating your immune system to be ready to take on more stuff.
And let's face it, we need all the help we can get in that way at the moment with everything that's going on here in the world.
And it's interesting because right now, MLD massage is kind of like the new hot thing in Hollywood, because it will actually help you lose weight. It will actually help smooth your skin, make your face glow a little bit more. You know, it helps because your body is now refreshed itself. So it's getting a lot more attention for that. But it was actually developed originally by Dr. Vader to help with sinus issues, sinus strages and sinus infections. He found that by stimulating the lymphatic vessels in the neck, you helped with sinus infections. So it gets back to what it was originally intended for versus now what people are using it for, which is to look better, which is great. We all want to look better, but underneath it, we need to be healthy. And that's what my focus is helping people to be healthy. It's also excellent for helping you if you're going to be recovering from surgery, whether it's if you're having a C-section or a hysterectomy or knee replacement surgery, any kind of major surgery. Your body masses fluid to that area to help stabilize it. And by increasing the lymphatic flow, now we're again bringing fresh lymphatic fluid to that area, which speeds the healing. I have some research that shows that women who had cosmetic surgery, having regular lymphatic drainage massage post-surgically reduced their healing time from 6 months to 6 weeks.
Wow.
And that's clinical research, peer-reviewed clinical research. That's not just massage therapists talking to massage therapists. That's clinical research that proved that. So it's a very powerful, and the irony of it is it's a very powerful technique, and it is the gentlest massage you will ever receive.
Yeah, I think many of us need that. So in between times, so what I tell my clients, and so I don't know if you do this, but dry brushing can be helpful in between times, correct?
Absolutely. Absolutely. In fact, I keep dry brushes here and give them to my clients and teach them how to do that, because what I'm doing is helpful. But as you know, what you do on a daily basis is what really makes a change in your body. Right. So dry brushing is extremely effective. And again, the key is gentle. If you're taking that brush and acting like you're trying to take off 4 layers of skin, no. And that's the biggest hurdle that I have to overcome with my clients is be gentle with yourself. Don't beat yourself up with the brush. So yeah, dry brushing is wonderful.
And it has to be dry. You can't do it wet, because I know a lot of people, they want to let me jump in the shower and I'll do it then. But
because we're multitasking. We're always multitasking. But no, that's something. And what I encourage my clients is self-care is something that gets overlooked so much. And to do a full dry brush of your body, we're talking 10 minutes. Take 10 minutes for yourself. Breathe. Because most people, you don't take in a nice deep breath consistently.
Right.
And just take 10 minutes at the beginning or the end of your day, do some nice deep breathing and do some dry brushing, and that self-care is key.
It is, and for so many years, I know I mentioned this on a previous podcast with someone, for so many years, especially women, had been taught that it's selfish to take the time for yourself, but in actual fact, it's the reverse. If we don't take time for ourselves, where does that leave us taking care of other people?
That's right. And one of the key phrases that one of my instructors many years ago when I went to massage school that really stuck with me was, you can't give what you don't have. And her emphasis to us was, if you're not in a calm, peaceful state, you're not going to convey that to your clients. So as a therapist, make sure you're in a calm state, because you can't give what you don't have. But to me, that has actually become almost a mantra that I try to teach my clients. If you're trying to take care of, and especially we're like a sandwich generation, we've got our parents that we're taking care of and our children that we're taking care of. You can't give what you don't have. If you don't have energy and you don't have calmness, that you can't give what you don't have. So I love that phrase, and that's stuck in my head.
Yeah, that's really a good way to look at it. It really is. And I, just as we finish up, want to switch to something totally different, because to me, this is very unusual to find a massage therapist, especially certified. So you do a mother fertility massage. So what does that involve for women?
Well, for women who are trying to conceive, and most of my clients come to me when they've already been trying for quite a while and they've kind of reached that desperation point. What I do is I'm trying to create an environment that is as healthy as possible. So I'm targeting any adhesions that are in the abdominal area. Again, balancing hormones, utilizing endocrine points in reflexology. Castor oil packs to help with any PCOS. It helps to dissolve ovarian cysts. And then I also utilize a technique called MPS, which was microcurrent point stimulation, which utilizes acupuncture points and extremely low amperage DC current along with acupuncture to stimulate the energy flow in your body and improve your chances of fertility. And again, what I tell my clients is about stress relief. It includes regular massage, because we're trying to create an environment where a baby wants to grow. So if you are stressed out and frantic and worried all the time, is that really a place where a baby wants to grow? So I'm addressing the physical impairments, whether it's blocked fallopian tubes. I have a technique that I utilize that helps unblock fallopian tubes. Whether we're dealing with a physical problem like that, but it's nutrition, it's the physical problems, it's the mental, it's the whole package. So we're addressing all of those different things as an ongoing team to help my clients achieve their pregnancy. In fact, right before the recording, my client this morning, we've been working together for about 4 years. She got pregnant 2 years ago and had her son, and now we're working on baby number 2. So it's been a great process.
So I just put myself on mute because my husband,
I noticed
my husband was cutting grass and it was getting noisy.
Now, see, I told my husband, don't choose now to vacuum. I'm asking for 30 minutes. Don't vacuum or mow the grass for 30 minutes.
So I have really missed during this COVID-19 stuff being able to come to you. And I know that you're taking extra precautions at the moment.
I am.
So tell people where they can find you, because they may not be in our area, but I know there's a lot of great information on your website that might help them determine how to find someone in their area.
Right. My website is serenebodyworks.net. And you can email me at anita@serenebodyworks.net. And there's also a contact me link on my page. And for any of your clients that have questions, whether they're in the area or not, I offer no cost, no obligation consultations. I love sharing information. I love helping people get educated. So if anyone has any questions, feel free to reach out to me, whether it's via email or we can chat on the phone or do like this, now that I know how to do a Zoom.
So I will put all of that in the show notes, your contact information, your Facebook page, so that people know where they can reach out to you.
You can include my phone number too, so if they want to text me, they can do that as well.
Okay. Because I can only speak from experience how much massage has helped me, and especially with having migraines at times, I've even found if you've got a good massage therapist with a good rapport, then I know I could call Anita and say, I have got this awful migraine, and she'll fit me in for 15 minutes if need be, just to help. Because if those of you who are in pain, if you've got some good resource like that, it can just make such a difference. Yeah. So Anita, any last words for our listeners?
No, I just want to thank you for inviting me to be on your podcast. I really appreciate it. This has been fun.
Good. So finding a good massage therapist can be difficult. I've been through lots in just even the time. Oh, and by the way, my husband is a native Floridian, so there's two of you in this area. Obviously, I'm not, but so yeah, reach out if you need any information, or of course you can contact me and I can put you in contact with Anita. She's the best there is in our area in my book, and it's just been a pleasure chatting with you. I appreciate you taking time. I miss you too. So for those of you who are listening, interested, reach out. For those of you, here we go with the grass again, that have enjoyed this podcast, we would love for you to make a comment on Apple or Spotify, just to give us a thumbs up, 5-star rating, to let people know how great Anita was with the information that she gave today. And we look forward to seeing you next week on our next podcast for Living Life Naturally. Thank you so much, Anita. It's been such a pleasure.
It was fun. Thanks. Take care.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.